So what you use, GIMP? You use File Alpaca. I use this is Clip Studio Paint, EX specifically. I started using this last year. Yeah, last year. It's been over a year now, actually. Started using it back in May or June of last year. And it's funny how like the change, because before I was using Photoshop, and the change from like Photoshop to Clip Studio kind of helped me improve my style. It was really weird. Like I started like in the process of learning how to use Clip Studio. Like I didn't need to know how to draw. Like I know how to draw, right? But like I just want to know how to like what the tools are, how to do that. In the process of like watching those videos, because like in those videos they would also kind of in a way like teach you how to draw like and kind of like in their style. And I started kind of just following along with that part too, and just the change, just applying like what they were teaching to my own style, just like improved my style like that, like literally like that. Because like I'll show you, like I'll pull my DeviantArt real quick. So I was going from Photoshop is such bloatware. God, it would take a long time to load. Viral Pocket treats me good, and it's super quick to load. Well, that's good. Photoshop, yeah, it did take a minute or two to load. Yeah, you're right. It does take a little bit to get Clip Studio because you can't just. I mean, I don't. There's kind of a way to load directly into Photoshop Paint, but by default, it wants you to like go into Clip Studio, just like the main app first, and then launch Clip Studio Paint. So it does take a minute to do that. But yeah, so I was going from. This is usually this should be in order. Hold on. Hopefully I didn't post any. I mean, there's censored, not safe for work art, so you guys should be fine. All right, yeah. So right. Okay, this was the last thing I did in Photoshop before I switched over. I mean, at the end of the day, I really like seeing what my fellow artists use and prefer. Yeah, me too. Yeah, same here. I'll have to watch you use like Fire Apoca someday if you're able to do that at all. So yeah, this is my final art piece I did before I switched over. I switched over a little after like that mass exodus, so I was kind of part of that mass exodus of Adobe. For the most part, I still have Adobe because I need Substance Painter, because Substance Painter is like the best thing for like texturing 3D models. But I'm trying to actually see, there's an add-on for Blender that actually makes Blender work more like Substance Painter, and so if that works out for me, I will completely I'll be canceling my subscription for Substance Painter, and just will be sticking with Blender. That way I can completely get away from Adobe, because I just do not like Adobe, and I wish I didn't have to support them because they own Substance Painter. Good old Sugar. Good old Sugar. Rogue's Fire, yeah. So I drew this because I actually met the voice actress for Rogue for the cartoon, and I was like, I'm actually like, my next piece is gonna be Rogue. Oh, you should tag me. I did tag her when I finished this, and she never responded or anything. I'm like, all right, whatever. But yeah, so I meeting her kind of inspired me to draw this. But yeah, this was the last thing I did before I switched, and then I did. Where is it? Where'd it go? And then I did this piece. So I went from this to this. in one art session. You mean the cartoon? We're talking. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah, she was at the convention I was tabling at. With the coolest intro. Yes. The coolest intro ever. Yup. The best one. The one that's still used today. Like, that's how fucking iconic that is. Like the lighting, the shading. Although this was still like, I was still using the same style and techniques as it was like here. But, and the last time I did something that looked this good, hold on, let me go back. This was actually just as good, I would say. This is almost as good as this piece right here. This 6. This was based on a stream that I did for when I was playing Little Nightmares. I decided I wanted to draw the main character. And that was based on like a little joke I was making. Little inside joke. But yeah, I think the last time that I drew something that was that good in terms of like light and everything, it was in Photoshop too. Where'd it go? I hate looking at this old art. It sucks. It was my Luna piece. Where'd Luna go? There she is. This turned out so fucking good. I was so fucking happy when I got this done. It turned out so fucking good. Like, it looks almost as good as the stuff I do now. Like, I know I was going for the more realistic lighting, whereas now I do the more cartoony lighting, but this just... Oh, God, so fucking good. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh! I mean, granted, it is used in different proportions. Like, it's more used in more like, more realistic proportions. Like, more humanistic proportions, whereas, like, rather than the normal proportions that she would have. But it still turned out so fucking good. Like, I'm so happy with this piece. Even today, I'm like, I hate all my old stuff except for this. Even the couch, too. The couch is actually from the show. Like, I did this myself, by hand. Like, I literally watched the episode where this showed up, and just took a whole bunch of screenshots, and then just recreated it as best as I could, and it turned out perfect. Perfect. Hold on, let's see if I can pull that up.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Yep. The perspective must have been a bitch. Yeah, it was. I will admit it was. Especially with the floor. I had very little reference for the floor, but I figured it out. I would say it's still a little off. Slightly. But it's fine. Because it's like really in the background. It's like, this is background, this is like still background, this is like foreground background, right? This is like background, foreground, and then her, right? So it's like, you can barely notice anyways, because it's in the shadows and it's in the background, so it's like, you can't... But if you really look, you can tell, okay, the perspective's a little off. But it's funny enough, this only get 15 favorites. The piece that gets a ton of favorites, even today, surprisingly, I still get favorites for this, is nothing I did recently, actually. It was my Spider Girl, not this one. That was a 3D recreation. This one and my Teen Titans piece gets so many fucking likes. Even today, like, I'll just get a random notification. Oh, by the way, this got another like. What do you mean this got another like? I did this 4 years ago. What do you mean? Yeah. I need to nuke my DeviantArt. It's ancient. I sometimes feel that way, but the thing about a DeviantArt is this is my archive. I keep everything on here. I have an art station, but it's only for new things. So after a while, I will go into like the older posts and delete them if I feel that they're not as good. Like if they're really good, if it's something that I feel that like, okay, well, this was done like 4 years ago and I'm better than this, but this is still really good for where I was at. Like the Luna thing is never gonna leave the fucking my art station. This will never be a large station because apparently this is really good. Everyone fucking loves this piece. And then this is the other piece. Where'd it go? This is this other piece. This is the one that gets the most likes. Everyone loves this piece.